ancestors, whatever you believe in, on your own without so much influence or pressure by the outside world. So anyway, if your daily routine is not serving you at this time, this is the time where we take to facilitate something better, because Virgo's gonna make it better. I told you, Michael and Beyonce, that was perfect. Let's do it again. That was perfect. Let's do it again. I'm a Cancer. I'm a water trine in my chart. If it's perfect, I'm walking away. It don't even have to be perfect. I'm walking away. It was good enough. We're gonna give it to them people, and it's gonna be just fine. Virgo can't do that. Virgo almost stunts their growth sometimes because Virgo can't do that. Virgo's like, no, 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 no. It has to be perfect or it cannot be. So use that fine detail, use that Virgo energy of it needs to be perfect or it needs to be a little better to modify what arenas of your life you feel are not what they need to be. They're not adequate to where they need to be. Retrograde is providing a cease and desist. I'm looking at my notes. Retrograde is providing a cease and desist letter to our old habits, to our old practices, to our old friends, to our exes, to our old jobs, all of that. Post hastily too. Don't talk about me again. Don't talk about it again. Because if you do, hammer's on you, right? And the hammer can be on you though. The hammer can be on you if you do not take heed and listen and not go that way and not journey down that path and not answer that phone when Virgo tries to stop you. What you're going to also find at this time is you may be reconnecting to some of your deepest dreams that you thought you have lost. Parts of you that you thought you have lost. I, for one, definitely have in the last couple of weeks as a water heavy baby. I feel whatever the phase is, I'm gonna feel it 2 weeks before, and I'm sure some of my other water signs can agree with that. If you are a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, please drop in the comments a wave, like literally the water wave, or whatever your sign is, in confirmation that you can feel a new moon, a full moon, an eclipse, a retrograde. You can feel whatever is gonna happen to you, or maybe even to the collective. You can feel it a couple of weeks before. That works in your favor sometimes, and sometimes it's like, damn it, off my neck. But reconnecting with parts of you that you lost goes back to the details. How did I get here? Why am I here? Why am I entertaining this? Why am I allowing this? And by combing through those details, then you can reconnect to the most important parts, the parts that more deeply reflect you. Virgo is health, regimen, working out, diet, detoxing on all levels. So this is a good time to detox from social media. This is a good time to detox from whatever your favorite thing is. Kind of treat this like your own fast or your own Lent of like, oh no. Until the eclipse passes, the first eclipse passes on September 17th, I'm not going to do X, Y, and Z. I'm not going to drink X, Y, and Z. Or maybe you need to detox completely. And you know when you need a hard reset on your life. You know it. Nothing's going right. Nothing is going the way you want it to. And that's when you stop with your back against the wall and look in every corner. What do I need to do differently? Who needs to go? Where do I need to go? What do I need to remove? Participating in less harmful activities in essence or in effort to save your future self. We watched Terminator, the new one, Genesis, a couple of days ago. And basically, John Connor had to go back to when John Connor was a little bitty boy to tell him, hey, yo, you're going to see some shit when you about 30. And I need you to know what to do, say, think, hear. Don't talk to such and such. Because they going that's basically what it is. It's like our future self is trying to come and tell us right now, especially with that 11 being the Aquarius degree, 11 ruling the 11th house, Aquarius ruling the 11th house, Uranus ruling the 11th house, Pluto going through the 11th house, no matter where it is in your chart right now. Restructuring your groups, restructuring your friends, your thoughts, your hopes, your dreams for the future. Who you were in January when Pluto first moved into Aquarius is not who you are today. Today's price is not yesterday's price because you totally are aware of who and what you are and what you're trying to do now. And if you're not, if you happen to be one of my cousins who doesn't necessarily know what they want to do, because I already told you about my water heavy chart, the way the Pisces in me will flip, 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 that's fine. But choose one thing. because that's what Virgo wants us to do. Virgo says Pisces has a million ideas, and Pisces is Virgo's sister sign. Saturn is in Pisces, has been there for a year and a half, is currently retrograde in Pisces, completely opposing this Virgo new moon, Virgo sun. So Pisces has a million things going on, a million things in their head, and Saturn is like, you're not getting nothing done until you do what I tell you to do, laying the foundation. And Virgo is coming through and saying, you've been under a lot of pressure. Saturn rules time, and the timing hasn't been right. So be easy with yourself. I promise life is going to get a little easier. I promise you're at the top of the mountain now. So it'll just be a downhill journey. And if you're on Patreon, you already know that even going down the hill, you better have enough oxygen, enough food, enough daylight, enough blankets. You still need to be prepared for the other side of the journey. Most people only prepare to go up the mountain, but what about coming down? Because you can't live up there forever. So choose one thing. Instead of getting dizzy headed with all of the ideas, the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, the diddas, choose one. Focus intently on that one thing. When you reel it in, and not only focus on the intent of bringing it in, but focus on the intent of maintaining it. And once you reel it in and you sit with it for a minute, because that's something else about manifestation and intentions. And once you receive it, you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna chop it off, because now you know how powerful you are. They say it took God 7 days to create the earth. I think it's because God finally realized the God in God. It was like, oh wait, I can create people, I can create earth, I can create water, I can create lights. Maybe God had been working on their superpower for a while, and now they finally understood what they could do. So chop it off real quick. Some people say 7 days in God's time is not a long time, but I say God uses the same calendar we use. So 7 days. We want to chop through our manifestations because we finally realize our power. We finally realize how powerful we are. But that's when you need to slow down. That's what Virgo season is all about too. We about to switch into the Libra season. We about to switch into the fall. Slow it down. Take all the preparations to change seasons. You've been coasting through the summer for 3 months. You need to prepare for fall. You need to up your vitamins, up your vitamin D, up your vegetables, your fruits, your detoxing, your water. You need to be prepared for where you're headed. You need to be prepared to go to the next part of the mountain that you are ready to conquer. And all of that happens now with the focus of one thing, not trying to stay busy or do a lot of things at one time. Don't get distracted with what's going on right now. There's a lot of shit happening. Head on to Patreon if you want to really get it. Every recording these days, I'm throwing a little bit of decode up in there. So if you want to really know how you don't need to be distracted by much that's going on, but you need to have your own mental and your own focus on what's going on, hop on over there. But multitasking, thinking that you're going to do this and you're going to be able to go here and you're going to be able to do that, unless they're small tasks that you can check off quickly and you don't have to exert a lot of energy or time into them, that's not going to be your best bet. You want to focus intently on one great thing and watch how that one great thing spreads out into the world. Give yourself grace. I'm going to go on into the card reading now. And again, if you are on YouTube, this is your sign to subscribe to Patreon so that you can not only get new moon, full moon readings for the collective, but then you also get a new moon and a full moon reading for the individual. I won't be doing them this month because I'm doing eclipse readings, so I have to focus on that. But even with that, eclipse readings, you're getting a discount. You're getting it half off. So get in where you fit in.